They do all them shenanigans and all that he be doing with other people. He can't do that to me.
You stole the show. I know it's, you're the main event. You're supposed to, but you delivered.
Right.
And you, after it, said, knock, knock, Tank.
Yeah.
I'm knocking on the door. You came over here, said light skin. A lot of fight fans like when people call out and do things like that.
But only person that don't like it is him. He's kind of weird. But now he got no choice but to fight me. The fans want him to fight me. After what I just did tonight against a guy that's bigger than him, come on now. If I touch him, what's gonna happen? Talk about that. Everybody want to talk about, oh, Keyshawn, what if he touch you? What if I touch him? Yeah, okay. Come on.
Inside the boxing world, Gervonta "Tank" Davis has often made headlines not only for his success in the ring, but also for the legal issues and controversies surrounding him. Now, attention has shifted to a new confrontation that appears to have happened beyond the ropes. The person reportedly caught in the middle of it is rising prospect Keyshawn Davis, a talented young boxer recognized for his determination, toughness, and relentless drive to reach the top.
You? Tiafimo is running from me. I'm not chasing you, Tiafimo. Who else? I'm not.
What could drive Gervonta Davis from dominating opponents inside the ring to becoming involved in a heated confrontation outside of it? Stay with us, because this story explores how a growing rivalry reportedly spilled into the public spotlight. Let's take a closer look at how everything began. Keyshawn Davis has quickly established himself as one of the most promising fighters in the lightweight division. Remaining unbeaten and carrying plenty of self-belief, he's earned attention for both his performances and his willingness to challenge anyone. After capturing an Olympic silver medal and continuing his impressive run as a professional, Keyshawn has built a reputation as a fearless contender. With that momentum behind him, he didn't hesitate to call out some of the biggest names in boxing, including Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Through interviews and across social media, Keyshawn Davis has spoken confidently about a potential matchup with Gervonta "Tank" Davis. He has claimed he believes he could stop Tank in a fight, while praising his own speed, boxing ability, and technical approach as advantages against the division's top names. Keyshawn has consistently presented himself as one of boxing's future stars, making it clear that he's willing to challenge anyone who questions his talent or potential.
Tank Davis, the top guy. I would go for the top guy. If I could choose, I would choose Tank Davis. I would not Tank short it out. Tank is a great fighter. Hats off to Tank. I'm not even about to just do all that. Like, Tank is a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows that. He got the power, he got the skill and ability. He's patient. You know what I'm saying? But I know who I am. That little short can't touch me. And I'm coming with that same shit he coming with. And you know that his coach Kenny, got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? So also go fight from Cuba. No, nigga, I'm gonna fight Tank. Stop mentioning other people when I mention your fighter. What you talking about, boy? Like, don't play with me, bro. Y'all know how I'm coming. Tank, if you wanna fight, send me a contract, bro. You Tank.
For Gervonta "Tank" Davis, those remarks reportedly struck a nerve. He's known for responding strongly whenever he feels his reputation or accomplishments are being challenged. Over the years, his career has been shaped not only by high-profile fights, but also by his former connection with Floyd Mayweather and several well-publicized controversies, making him one of boxing's most discussed athletes. As Keyshawn's comments continued, what began as a competitive rivalry appeared to grow into something more personal. Reports and online speculation suggested that Gervonta had information related to Keyshawn's family, shifting attention away from boxing itself. At the same time, exchanges between the two became increasingly pointed, and fans along with media outlets began noticing the rising tension between the fighters. According to reports, Gervonta's remarks became increasingly pointed, with subtle comments suggesting that Keyshawn's personal life wasn't as flawless as it appeared. Whether those statements were directed at family matters or private decisions, they seemed intended to get under Keyshawn's skin. As the exchanges continued, fans closely analyzed every interview and social media post, waiting to see if Keyshawn would respond. Reports claimed that Keyshawn Davis eventually answered with personal insults aimed at Gervonta "Tank" Davis, including comments about members of Tank's family. If accurate, those remarks crossed beyond ordinary fight promotion and added a much more personal element to the rivalry. While verbal sparring is common in boxing, involving relatives is generally viewed as crossing a line. According to those reports, the comments deeply upset Tank and intensified the already heated feud. What had started as competitive trash talk was now being described as a personal dispute. The situation reportedly reached its peak during a private gathering where both fighters were present. Witness accounts claim that neither man was willing to back away after a tense exchange of words. The confrontation allegedly turned physical when Gervonta threw the first punch. People at the event described the atmosphere as extremely tense, but security personnel intervened before the incident could escalate any further.
What did Tank say?
I mean, you want me to verbatim? I mean,
Yeah.
I can give the clean
Let
version.
me know, because
so
I don't be on Twitter, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, all right. So this is pretty much stop eating, do that. This little N fighting on Friday night. He's not even worth mentioning. And Buddy's a B, code B, tell him to do something.
I ain't gonna lie. Tank gonna say what he gonna say. You know what I'm saying? It's just trash talk for real, for real. Tank know what's up with Keyshawn. They done sparred, you know what I'm saying? They done sparred plenty of times. So it's like, I don't really know, but I'm gonna just leave that as that, you know what I'm saying? But Keyshawn gonna go ahead and punish this guy on Friday, you know what I'm saying? Then whatever Tank come across.
Fans were stunned by the reported altercation, but for many, it only reinforced the belief that the rivalry had grown far beyond the sport itself. What began as competitive tension had reportedly turned into a deeply personal dispute, and it was clear that the conflict was far from finished. Not long afterward, Gervonta "Tank" Davis's brother was among the first people to publicly respond to the claims that Keyshawn Davis had directed personal remarks toward their family. Addressing the situation, he shared his perspective on the controversy and the growing feud. He said,
The experience was great, and what's crazy about that is this time around, it was like, all right, we older now. There's more skills involved. It's like, all right, now let's see how it's gonna go this time. And when I got in the ring, I'm not gonna lie, he surprised me with how much defense he really had. Of course, I was looking out for the power of like off the rip. I was looking out for his power. But when I started, like when I was attacking and trying to set stuff up, like he got like good upper body movement and he got some good legs when he used them. So he surprised me with his defense. But it was a very technical fight. Technical sparring match, and I definitely learned that. Like I said, his defense. Like I definitely learned that he got some great defense, and it's not really easy to hit this guy. And I had to work to get to him. But
the relationship between the two has changed dramatically. They once shared the ring as sparring partners, helping each other prepare and showing mutual respect. Today, that respect has reportedly been replaced by public callouts and growing hostility, with both fighters now linked to one of boxing's most talked about rivalries. What's even more surprising is that there was a time when Keyshawn Davis openly praised Gervonta "Tank" Davis, speaking highly of his accomplishments and talent. Looking at where things stand now, it's hard to believe how quickly that mutual respect appears to have turned into a bitter feud.
There it is. Davis, and down goes Levels. As he's playing Matador for moments, goes downstairs with a vicious right hook, and that left hook puts him on stanky legs and face first on the mat. And backwards. Don't dance too early now, Keyshawn, because Levels is still dangerous. But not if you can continue to land those powerful shots. And that's how you end the fight. Keyshawn Davis said, I don't care if he's King Kong. If he comes into my house, he's going to pay the price. And boy, did Levels pay the price.
Weak ass nigga, man.
Excitement, huh? Talk about coming in here fighting a guy who was heavier.
Yeah.
You talked about not having no concern, but just talking about that, getting ready to fight somebody who was heavier.
No, I really didn't have concern, man. I'm gonna keep giving y'all the same answer, man. All glory to God. He gave me the strength to go in there and fight through this week. Like y'all don't even know, my sisters had a whole car accident today. And they hurt. My sister head was, all of them, their head was hurting, back was hurting. Like they literally could have got taken out today. The devil didn't want this to happen, but look what happened.
Keyshawn Davis recently grabbed the spotlight with an impressive victory over Gustavo Lemos in a bout that was scheduled for the lightweight division, but ended up being completely one-sided. Although Lemos came in more than 6 pounds over the weight limit and held a noticeable size advantage, many believed he could present a serious challenge. Instead, Keyshawn controlled the action with sharp technique, quick hands, and powerful punches. He dropped Lemos 3 times during the second round, leaving the referee with no choice but to wave off the contest.
It's definitely gonna be next 2025. We got big plans for everybody in the boxing world. Hey, Gervonta, knock knock.
You've been on that all week.
The atmosphere in Keyshawn Davis's hometown of Norfolk, Virginia, was electric as local fans packed the venue and cheered him on throughout the fight. Their hometown favorite rewarded that support with a dominant performance, closing out the night with a convincing and memorable finish.
What do you think?
For sure, he faced some boxing. I don't have no problem with saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like he deserves everything that's coming to him. He's the face of boxing for sure.
And he's that guy. You talked about how good Shakur is. Do you think people sleep on Tank's skills? Because they just see him as a knockout artist?
Who sleep on Tank skills? Nah, nobody sleep on Tank. Like,
well, I just go because so many people just think he's a knockout artist, but I think they underestimate his boxing IQ.
And back in 2021 in August, I sparred Tank and he's skilled. Like he's skillfully. Like he's like you can watch me fight. You know I'm skilled. When I got in the ring with him, he's skillfully great. He's great. Like Tank is all the way around a great fighter for sure. He's for sure like Shakur the man. Tank the man too. Tank the man to beat right now because he got the popularity and the skill. You know what I'm saying?
Following his dominant victory, Keyshawn Davis wasted no time turning his attention to the division's biggest target. During his post-fight comments, he directly called out Gervonta Tank Davis, delivering a memorable message. Hey, Gervonta, knock knock. It was a clear indication that he's eager to secure a showdown with one of boxing's biggest stars. Keyshawn has made it clear that he believes he's ready for the biggest challenges the lightweight division has to offer. By repeatedly mentioning Tank's name, he's doing everything he can to put himself in the conversation for a high-profile matchup and show that he's prepared to face one of the sport's elite fighters.
Messages about me sparring? I'm really looking at it like, okay, so what? That I DM'd you about sparring. So what? No cap. Since when y'all take sparring into consideration of shit? So what? So what? What was his point in even doing that? Like, what was he trying to get with it? That I'm trying to ride his coattail? Like, bro, I don't need you. I don't have to fight you. I'm making real. I don't need you, bro. I don't need you, bro. I do not need you, bro. I don't. If you want to fight me, send me a contract, but if you don't, I'm going to be just as popular fighting you or not fighting you. I'm gonna make my money fighting you or not fighting you. So don't get it twisted like I'm chasing that.
The potential showdown between Gervonta Tank Davis and Keyshawn Davis has been described as more than just another boxing match. With the ongoing exchanges between the two, many believe the rivalry has become deeply personal. Reports have claimed that comments involving Tank's family added even more tension to the situation, making the feud far more intense than a typical promotional back and forth. If these two eventually meet inside the ring, expectations would be incredibly high. Fans would likely anticipate an explosive contest, with both fighters looking to settle their differences through competition. For Tank, such a fight would represent an opportunity to reinforce his position among the lightweight division's elite while responding to one of his most outspoken challengers. According to reports, Tank has made it clear that he intends to answer any challenge in the ring.
Where you at, Tank? Where you at? Where you at, Tank?
That's what was my thoughts. I mean, the call out too after the performance. Come on, man. Look, man. Keyshawn showed. Look, this is what I've been waiting on from Keyshawn, man. Keyshawn has been kind of hot and cold. He finally put it together, man. He got his mental right. His team is right. His skill is on fire, on point, man. And he did it under these circumstances and this pressure behind this crowd. Man, that dude is a star, bro. Seriously, man. All that weight on his back, bro. He put it down. He was even dealing with his brothers, man. His brothers, his sisters singing the national anthem. It was a family affair, bro.
He said his sister had a car crash too prior to today too.
Fire, man. Newborn child as well.
At the same time, Keyshawn Davis shouldn't be underestimated. He's far more than just an underdog. Following his impressive second-round stoppage of Gustavo Lemos, his confidence appears to be at an all-time high. That performance also showed he could overcome an opponent with a noticeable size advantage while staying composed and in control. Beyond his recent success, Keyshawn has consistently expressed interest in facing Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Based on his repeated call-outs and public comments, it's clear this is a matchup he's wanted for a long time. If the fight is eventually made, he'll likely enter the ring believing he's fully prepared to test himself against one of boxing's biggest names.
Question, how did Keyshawn look, man?
He's ready for whoever comes next, man. That boy ready. He been ready, actually. You know what I mean? It's just given the opportunity, that's all it is.
You got two little brothers that is closing on Tank. You know, one of them gonna get him.
One of them gonna get him.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great night of boxing.
That mindset makes Keyshawn Davis a serious threat for any opponent, including Gervonta "Tank" Davis. His willingness to challenge Tank immediately after his latest victory reflects the confidence he has in his own abilities. Rather than waiting for the opportunity to come to him, Keyshawn has made it clear that he's ready to face one of the sport's most accomplished champions.
Keyshawn is ready to take on a guy like Tank. I think that Keyshawn is one of the most skillful fighters in the sport of boxing. I always told Keyshawn since a young kid he can fight. I just don't like the simple fact that he's running on media and not keeping a buck, saying that he was beating me up and Shakur had to like rile me up to spar him. Because this make no sense. Shakur is a better boxer than Keyshawn. And if I'm in there doing millions of rounds with Shakur, what makes you think that Shakur has to hype me up to spar Keyshawn? Like, it's that, but it is what it is. He got to hype himself up. He got to build himself. I don't really try to pay too much mind to that. But like I said, Keyshawn.
Terrence Crawford was among those watching Keyshawn Davis's latest performance, and his reaction quickly caught the attention of boxing fans. Impressed by the victory, Crawford praised what he saw and suggested that Keyshawn has reached the point where he's ready to face any opponent in the division, including Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Coming from a fighter with Crawford's accomplishments and experience, that kind of endorsement carries significant weight. His comments only added more excitement to the growing conversation, with many fans viewing them as another sign that Keyshawn may be prepared for the biggest challenge of his career.
The game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great things about him, always pushed him to be great. And, but over the years, it's constantly going on the internet, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd. Constantly be disrespectful, when all I ever been was respectful to try to help this fighter go as far as he could possibly.
Terrence Crawford isn't the only fighter backing Keyshawn Davis. Richardson Hitchens has also expressed confidence in the rising lightweight following his impressive knockout victory. Keyshawn's dominant performance clearly caught the attention of fellow professionals, with Hitchens joining the growing list of boxers who believe he's ready to compete at the highest level.
Keep that going, man. Hey, real talk, you having a good time, though? All right,
Now, let's take a closer look at what this rivalry could mean for both fighters. Gervonta "Tank" Davis has long been one of boxing's most talked about figures, with his career shaped by both his accomplishments in the ring and a number of well-publicized legal issues outside of it. His high-profile split from Floyd Mayweather and Mayweather Promotions also became a major talking point, adding another chapter to an already eventful career.
I'm just getting to know you, sir.
I don't know shit about
they
you.
been knowing me. I'm just getting to know you, sir. You know, I've been staying no business.
I ain't know who you was.
I've been staying no business. This what I've been doing.
On this business.
Boy, since the Olympics, since before the Olympics, I bet you been knowing what I've been doing, right?
I ain't even
Yeah,
know
stop
you was.
playing with
I ain't know
me.
you
Bro,
was.
been knowing what I've been doing.
I ain't know you was. I ain't know you was.
Yeah,
What you talking about?
I bet you know the fuck I am now. What you talking about? Pushing up. I'm on that same shit I've been on. These niggas is crazy.
Hey, look, when motherfuckers want to fight, we gonna
talk
get that
to your
shit
promoter.
done.
Just like you said, go talk to your promoter.
You heard me?
Talk to your promoter.
Like that. All right, everybody, we gotta go.
This nigga's so crazy.
Incidents like these can also influence how Gervonta "Tank" Davis is viewed by the public. Because he's already been involved in several high-profile controversies, another widely discussed dispute could further shape his public image. While some fans may be drawn to the drama surrounding his career, companies that sponsor professional athletes generally prefer stability and a positive public profile over headlines involving conflicts outside the ring.
Just do it to do it. You know what I mean? Like, all the shit he was saying about me, it was like, I had never seen him a day in my life.
Yeah.
You know, never been around him, never nothing. So like when I seen him, like, I see him across from me, like, and he been talking all this shit. So I would expect him to say something to me. You know what I mean? So I'm doing the interview and I'm looking over there. I'm waiting for them to come where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm looking and he finna get up out of there. So I'm like, nah, I gotta go press, bro. I gotta holler at him real quick. Just to let him know, like, bro, I'm not one of the ones who just doing all that fat mouthing, bro. Like, I'ma press up on, if it's a nigga talking or something, I'm pressing it. Me, bro, I'm like, I'm a solid dude. I just ain't one of the ones who finna just act a certain way just because this fight is finna happen. Like, nah, like, when you bring it out, it's gonna just naturally come out. I can't pump fake, like.
So that's all from today's video.
That wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest boxing updates that we'd also love to hear your opinion. Who do you think wins if Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Keyshawn Davis finally meet in the ring? Let us know your prediction in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video with more breaking boxing news and exclusive fight coverage. Stay tuned.